Have you ever looked back and thought, I should have seen the warning signs sooner? Maybe in yourself or someone you care about.
That's such a real question, Jack. And honestly, most of us have been there.
Hey, Julie. Good to see you today.
Hey, Jack. Always good to be here, especially for conversations like this one.
So here's the thing. Mental health struggles don't usually show up with flashing lights and sirens. They creep in quietly, disguised as just a rough patch or I'm fine, just tired.
Exactly. And by the time we realize something's really wrong, we've already spent months ignoring the signals.
Welcome to Psychology Uncovered, the podcast where we break down the psychology behind everyday life. I'm Jack.
And I'm Julie. Today we're diving into 10 serious warning signs of mental illness that are surprisingly easy to miss.
Julie, before we get into the list, let me ask you something personal. Have you ever brushed off a mental health warning sign?
Oh, absolutely. There was this period where I stopped responding to text, canceled plans constantly, and told myself I just needed space. Looking back, it was way more than that.
Yeah, I did something similar. I had weeks of terrible sleep, and I kept thinking, it's just stress from work. Turns out, my brain was trying to tell me something important.
And that's exactly why this episode matters. These signs show up in ways that feel normal at first, but they're actually red flags waving right in front of us.
So if anything we talk about today feels a little too familiar, just know you're not broken, you're not weak, and you're definitely not alone in this.
Mental health struggles are part of the human experience. There's zero shame in recognizing when you need support.
All right, before we jump in, here's what we need from you. If mental health awareness matters to you, hit that subscribe button right now.
And if you know someone who needs to hear this today, a friend, family member, coworker, share this episode with them. You might be the reason they finally reach out for help.
Also, liking the episode helps us reach more people. So if you're finding this valuable, go ahead and tap that like button.
Okay, Jack, I'm ready. Let's break down these 10 signs.
Let's do it. Sign number 1, sadness that just won't go away. We're not talking about a bad day or even a rough week. This is sadness that sticks around for 2 weeks or longer, like a heavy cloud that refuses to lift.
From a psychology standpoint, this is your brain's emotional regulation system struggling to reset. Normal sadness comes and goes. Clinical depression, it lingers and deepens.
Here's what it looks like in real life. You wake up and you're already exhausted, not physically, but emotionally. Everything feels harder than it should.
Things you used to enjoy, your favorite show, hanging out with friends, even eating food you love, suddenly feel flat, like someone turned the brightness down on your whole life.
So here's what to do. If this has been going on for more than 2 weeks, that's your brain's way of saying, hey, I need some help here. Don't wait for it to get worse. Reach out to a therapist or doctor.
And trust me, getting help early makes a huge difference. Sign number 2, your mood swings wildly for no clear reason. Imagine feeling on top of the world one day, full of energy, ideas flooding in, unstoppable motivation. Then suddenly you crash. You're empty, exhausted, and you can't figure out why.
And here's the kicker. Nothing external actually changed. Your life circumstances are the same, but your emotional state did a complete 180.
This points to mood regulation disorders, sometimes patterns on the bipolar spectrum. It's like your brain's emotional thermostat is broken, swinging from hot to cold with no middle ground.
What to notice? It's the unpredictability that matters. If your emotions feel like a roller coaster you can't control and it's affecting your relationships or daily life, that's worth exploring.
Talk to a mental health professional who can help you understand what's happening and how to manage it.
Sign number 4. Anxiety that never shuts off. This is anxiety that doesn't have an off switch. Even when everything in your life is objectively fine, your brain is still in panic mode.
Your mind is constantly spinning through worst-case scenarios. What if this goes wrong? What if I mess up? What if something terrible happens?
And here's what makes it so exhausting. You know logically that you're probably safe, but that knowledge doesn't calm the anxiety down.
Psychologically, this is your brain's threat response system stuck in overdrive. It's like a car alarm that won't stop going off even though there's no danger.
What to watch for is physical symptoms like your heart racing, stomach in knots, trouble breathing, or feeling restless constantly. These are your body's way of showing you the anxiety is real.
And here's a quick question for everyone watching. Have you ever felt anxious without being able to pinpoint why? Drop yes in the comments if that resonates. You're in good company.
If this sounds like you, consider talking to a therapist who specializes in anxiety. There are techniques and treatments that actually work.
Julie. Sign number 4, you're pulling away from everyone. This one is sneaky because it happens gradually. You start canceling plans here and there. You stop replying to messages. You avoid social situations you used to enjoy.
And it's not because you're mad at anyone or suddenly hate your friends. It's because you genuinely don't have the energy to show up.
Psychologically, this is a common response to depression, anxiety, and trauma. Your brain thinks it's protecting you by cutting out external demands, but isolation actually makes everything worse.
What to notice? Are you making excuses to avoid people? Do you dread social events that you used to look forward to? Are you spending way more time alone than usual?
If yes, that's a pattern worth paying attention to. Humans are social creatures. When we isolate ourselves, it's often a sign something deeper is happening.
What to do? Start small. Reach out to one trusted person. You don't have to explain everything, just reconnect. And if you're worried about someone else withdrawing, check in on them gently. Sign number 5. You're experiencing things others aren't. This means hearing voices no one else hears, seeing things that aren't there, or holding beliefs that feel completely real to you but don't match shared reality.
This is often linked to psychosis-related disorders, including conditions like schizophrenia, and we need to be really clear, there is zero shame in experiencing this.
To the person experiencing it, these things are absolutely real. It's not about just stop imagining things. It's a brain experience that needs medical support.
What matters here, if this is happening to you or someone you care about, it's crucial to get professional help. There are effective treatments and medications that can make a real difference.
This isn't something to handle alone or wait out. Reach out to a psychiatrist or mental health crisis line.
Sign number 6, basic daily tasks feel impossible. We're talking about things like showering, brushing your teeth, getting out of bed, responding to emails, or doing laundry. Stuff that used to be automatic now feels like climbing a mountain.
And this isn't about one lazy Sunday. This is weeks or even months of struggling with basic functioning.
Psychologically, this is called functional impairment, and it's one of the clearest signs that something needs attention. It's not just about how you feel inside, it's about how it's affecting your ability to live your life.
What to watch for? Are simple tasks taking way longer than they should? Are you avoiding things because they feel overwhelming? Is your living space, hygiene, or work suffering?
If yes, this is your brain waving a flag that says, I need support. And it's not laziness or weakness, it's a symptom.
What to do? Start with one small thing. Maybe it's just brushing your teeth today. Then talk to a therapist or doctor about what you're experiencing.
And quick reminder, if you're finding this helpful, tap that like button. It genuinely helps more people find this information.
Sign number 7, your sleep is completely off. This goes two ways. Either you can't sleep, lying awake for hours, mind racing, or you're sleeping way too much, like 12, 14, even 16 hours a day, and still feeling exhausted.
Sleep and mental health are tightly connected. When one breaks down, the other usually follows right behind.
What to notice? Has your sleep pattern dramatically changed? Do you feel tired no matter how much rest you get? Or are you lying awake replaying conversations from 5 years ago?
The good news is that sleep issues are often one of the most treatable symptoms. It's a great starting point for getting help.
What to do? Track your sleep for a week. Notice the patterns. Then talk to a doctor or therapist about what you're seeing. Sometimes small changes make a big difference.
And quick reminder, if you're finding this helpful, tap that like button. It genuinely helps more people find this information.
Sign number 8, you're using substances to cope. This is when you find yourself reaching for alcohol, drugs, or other substances, not for fun, but to numb feelings or take the edge off.
It might start innocently. I just need a drink to relax. I can't deal with this sober right now. But over time, it becomes a pattern you rely on.
Psychologists call this self-medication. You're trying to manage symptoms, anxiety, sadness, stress, that you don't know how to handle otherwise.
What matters here, the substance isn't the real problem. It's a symptom. It's masking something deeper that needs attention.
What to notice? Are you using substances more frequently? Do you feel like you need them to cope with daily life? Are you hiding your use from others?
If yes, it's time to address what you're really struggling with underneath. Talk to a therapist or addiction specialist who can help with both.
Sign number 9, your anger explodes out of proportion. This is when small frustrations trigger massive reactions. Someone cuts you off in traffic and you're furious for hours. A minor inconvenience and you explode.
And then immediately afterward, you feel guilty or ashamed because you know the reaction was way too big for the situation.
Psychologically, this often points to emotional dysregulation or unresolved trauma. The anger isn't really about the small thing. It's about something much deeper bubbling under the surface.
What to watch for? Are you snapping at people over little things? Are you feeling like your anger is controlling you instead of the other way around?
What to do? Therapy can help you understand what's underneath that anger. Often it's masking pain, fear, or feelings of helplessness. Once you address the root, the anger becomes manageable.
And 10, and this is the most serious, thoughts of self-harm or suicide. This includes any thoughts about hurting yourself, not wanting to exist anymore, or feeling like people would be better off without you.
These thoughts are linked to severe depression, trauma, and deep hopelessness, and we need to be crystal clear about something. These thoughts are signals, not failures.
If you're having these thoughts right now, please listen. You need to reach out to someone immediately.
Call 988 in the U.S. That's the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. Or reach out to a crisis line in your country.
Tell a trusted friend, family member, or therapist.
You don't have to carry this weight alone. There is help available, and there is hope. These feelings can change with the right support.
This is not the time to wait or tough it out. This is the time to act and get professional help.
All right, let's do a quick recap of all 10 signs. We covered persistent sadness lasting weeks, extreme mood swings, constant anxiety, social withdrawal, hallucinations or delusions, difficulty with daily tasks, major sleep disruptions, substance use as coping, explosive anger, and thoughts of self-harm.
Here's what's important to remember. Not every sign automatically means you have a mental illness, but patterns matter.
If you're noticing several of these signs in yourself or in someone you care about, it's worth checking in. Talk to a mental health professional.
Mental health exists on a spectrum. Recognizing these signs doesn't mean you're doomed. It means you're aware, and awareness is the first step towards getting support.
So here's a question for you. Which of these signs do you think gets ignored the most and why? Drop your answer in the comments.
We read every comment, and your engagement helps us understand what topics matter most to you and our community.
And remember, seeking help is not weakness, it's courage, it's self-awareness in action.
You're not alone in this. Mental health challenges are part of being human, and there is support available.
If this episode helped you understand mental health more clearly, subscribe to Psychology Uncovered so we can keep having these conversations together.
Share this with someone who needs it. Like it so more people can find it. Your actions today could change someone's life.
Take care of your mind. We'll see you in the next episode.
See you next time, and remember, you matter.